Oh boy, are you ready for the madness, everybody? So Big Keg just made a short, which there's no way I'm gonna be able to make a short video on this, but he's like, show me your jammers and how you store all your vehicles, and I don't remember where I bought these at. If it was like a Gordman's or somewhere when I moved out of state back in the day, probably in the early 2000s, but I don't know who makes these. I don't know if they're Plano or what brand they are, honestly. I don't think there's a name on them, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I only have these two, and I know one of the other channels I'm subscribed to, I can't remember which channel, if it was my previous one probably, said you can buy them at Hobby Lobby, but anytime I've ever went to my one Hobby Lobby store, I can never find these, and somebody actually wrote down what they're called and the actual serial number to them, just so I could like give them as a reference, be like, this is what I'm looking for. But no, I only got these two, and I can never find anything at Hobby Lobby. It's always for different kind of bric-a-brac jewelry, you know, little dinky items that are either too small for die-cast vehicles or too big for a regular sized die-cast vehicle. But these have two sides basically that are split, so they're not like portioned off. And then, as you can tell, I use my little plastic baggies and I wrap all my vehicles, even though they're still in a jammer, just to keep them nice, because some of them are like, I don't know, when I was like 12 or before a teenager, pretty much. And then some are mostly my newer vehicles I've opened up and have doubles of, or, you know, a second of that I could open, or just some rare ones. Like, here's my one Carmen Gia I got. I think it's a V-dub. It's Maisto, I wonder. I'm thinking. I don't know, but yeah. My one Carmen Gia. It did have a roof thing on there, but I didn't like it, so I tore it off. And then I got a thing from the same set, and I thought that was pretty sharp looking. Yeah, I think they're Meso. Oh, Jada, whatever, probably the same thing. But yeah, that's pretty much my only two jammers I actually got that are real, and they're two-sided, pretty sturdy. I mean, they lasted when I started doing my collection. But yeah, you can see some older vehicles I got in here. Some of my really, really older vehicles, and then a mix of my newer kind of doubles I got. But I went to the garage probably, I don't know, a week ago or so to find vehicles, and all my other ones are open that were in this tote here, like many of my vehicles. And I got these two here, probably from Walmart, and I think it's for like fishing tackle, even though I don't fish or even like eating seafood at all. But I found these would actually work pretty good for my diecast, so I kind of did the same thing where I kind of layered them, the ones I could layer. But then other than that, I got all of these, and hey, look, my JDMs. I found some JDMs. See, there's my Cosmos, and oh, Skylines, I think they are. Not sure what it's called. Sylvia, Nissan Sylvias. Yeah, those are premiums. They're all premiums, but yeah, I have one unopened, And I got 2 of the same one opened, and I just made a short on a regular and a special one I got. But those are my other 2 that were the same that are opened. But yeah, other than that, I got, let's see here, 17. I got 17 of my Plano fishing tackle holders. I think they were like under like $2 a piece, but I figured perfect for kind of organizing my vehicles and protecting them, because some of these are premium or M2s or even some kind of older ones I got. These are all my cop cars. These are kind of a mix of Mustangs, some other ones. These are all a few Hot Wheels and a few, I think they're Giant Lightnings. But yeah, 17 of those, just because they were cheap and easy to find. I figured, you know, if I'm gonna spend $5-6 a piece on a premium or a couple $1.25 on some main lines, and then whatever's in between, they're protected. And then I got these other 2 right here for fishing stuff that are kind of about the same size. I can kind of move these things in between to make them bigger or smaller, pretty much. But yeah, that's for fishing stuff. And then what happened with the whole moving deal, I pretty much lost my channel because of 3 strikes in January. And that was after I already made a lot of shorts and a lot of videos and kind of put all my totes together and then moved everything. Then I lost my channel. So all I was left with is my open vehicles, all in these containers. And it kind of sucked to make challenge videos and then I have to go through all of my open vehicles in 4 of these plastic containers full of wrapped vehicles. But yeah, that's my not so jammers. But I figure I'm going to spend the money on them and I care about my vehicles. I'm going to wrap them all in plastic so I can just throw them together. But that was a pain to have to go through these just to make a video or a challenge and be like, which one out of like 77 different vehicles do I got in these containers to find to make a video of a few cars. And then, yeah, these are my pretty much premiums that are in one tote here. And like I made earlier, that's pretty much all of my main lines, mostly newer. There's some older. And then there's some of my like bigger trucks or my monster trucks or my team transports are all layered in there. And this is where the 100-some Giant Lightnings all came from, with a few other Matchbox Superfast in there, just because I made a challenge with those and didn't have a place for them. And then here's some of my older and mix of newer kind of vehicles together here in this tote. I guess it's a jammer now. And then here's some of my older and some newer vehicles on in that one. Did I just skip over this one? Yeah, this is the one I just made some earlier. That's mostly all newer vehicles. And I think I made a question a while back ago. It was like, how many are in there? I don't even know. These are like some of my tanks from Giant Lightning. And some other ones, except for that Toy Story one. These are pretty much all of my M2s in the little plastic case, the premium ones. But if you can see here, I got just boxes upon boxes of them, just all layered out. And that's full. And then these are my super fast Matchbox and my bigger my bigger M2s in the cardboard kind of cards. There's some Legos. But yeah, and then I got kind of a mix match of bigger and smaller sized 21st century toys that they don't make anymore in that one. And then down there is like my 1/18 scale cars. And yeah, there's some more stuff I took out. Then some of my like Aliens Transformer figures in that one. Some more die-cast cars. And then these are a lot of my green light. And yeah, more green light. Or my Auto Worlds. Maisto. Winter Circle. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, there's that Mercury. Or my Green Machine Rocky there. Some golf. Yeah. See, there's some ultra reds in there. But yeah, that's my jammers pretty much. Moving sucks. Don't ever do it. But yeah, there's my premiums. I just started pulling out of that tote. On top of all the Johnny Lightnings that I pulled out of that empty tote over there. But yeah, that's pretty much my mess. There's my I don't even know how many jammers I would have, honestly. Probably not enough room, but I figure these are probably a couple bucks a piece, if that. So that worked. And then all my other stuff's pretty much unopened. So they're all usually layered nicely in totes. Yeah, I still would like to know myself how many vehicles are in here, honestly. But, oh, look at that. Some are Firebirds for the challenge, but they're newer, so I didn't use them. But, yeah, as you can tell, I buy doubles. Pretty much of everything. Except for the ones that can never find doubles of. But, there's a Toyota. There's one of my JDMs. There's a Honda. I usually don't buy any JDM vehicles, but hey, look at that. Another Polaris one. Cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have to buy any more vehicles because I still forget all the vehicles I got. And I don't know how in the world I managed to pack all of these cars into here like I did, but there's probably a couple hundred in here alone. I wouldn't doubt it, just because of they're all either Hot Wheels or Matchbox. And man, I made layers. And there's some other ones of some videos I've already made, and there's some more trucks that I was going to make. There's some that I've made or probably need to make still, but yeah, that's that's my jammer mess. So I accept your challenge, Big Keg, and everyone else. Enjoy my misery and my toys that I have to go through. But yeah, I didn't want to make this a long video, but I don't know. I have too much shit. I don't know. I'm single, and my life's a mess, so, and I just moved. But, yeah, I don't know. That's my solution. Let me see everybody else's, reply to their storage container solutions. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks, and have a good weekend.